Hi guys, I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be Lost Media Category 94. Porky's Butthole found voicemail to Mike Judge mid-1990s. Sometime during the mid-90s, Beavis and Butthead curator Mike Judge received an unusual voicemail from someone with a deep country accent. The caller was supposedly complaining about the show and its constant commercial interruptions, though referred to as Porky's Butthole. Finding the voicemail near incomprehensible yet hilarious at the same time, Judge would harness it for the voice of King of the Hill character Boomhauer, a highly sought-after piece of King of the Hill lost media. The Porky's Butthole voicemail mysteriously leaked online on 2nd of July 2022, with further analysis indicating the caller was actually referring to Looney Tunes. Background. Prior to King of the Hill's creation, Mike Judge was riding high with Beavis and Butthead, which was originally ran for 8 seasons on MTV Network from 1993 to 1997. While it proves highly popular adult cartoon show, it was no stranger to controversy over its vulgar humor and how some scenes allegedly inspires deaths by misadventure. During this time period, MTV was inundated with complaint calls, including voicemail by a man Judge described as a deranged hillbilly. Lasting about 90 seconds, the caller claimed he had continually contacted MTV for 1 month to complain about the endless airing of Porky's Butthole and the many commercials that aired in between. Frustration, the commercials prevented the show from airing on time. He threatened that if nothing was done to resolve his complaint, he would contact the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, to forcibly close the channel. And an MTV receptionist, upon hearing the phrase Porky's Butthole being used frequently, naturally assumed the caller was referring to Beavis and Butthead, and so transferred the voicemail over to Judge for analysis. Judge recalled that he found it extremely difficult to understand the callers thanks to his fast-talking country accent, only eventually gaining the gist of the complaint by replaying the voicemail countless times. He nevertheless kept recording after finding it so humorous. A later found inspiration from it while creating his new adult animated show, King of the Hill. Notably, Judge based his voice for the character Boomhauer on the Porky's Butthole voicemail. This was combined with the voice of a friend who spoke in a deep Louisiana accent when intoxicated, and an Oklahoma City resident who also spoke in a rather difficult to comprehend tone while providing Judge directions on the phone. This established a recurring gag where Boomhauer would speak in an overly quick and almost incomprehensible manner, yet typically imparted intelligence and psychological points. Part of Boomhauer's rant in the pilot was directly obtained from the voicemail too. Recovery. Because of Porky's Butthole influence on King of the Hill, some fans were keen to have listened to the voicemail. Notably, Judge claimed in interviews that he kept the call and replayed it countless times. Despite this, the voicemail remained publicly accessible for decades. That was until 2nd of July 2022 when it mysteriously uploaded to YouTube by a user called Ish. While Judge has never confirmed the video's validity, most listeners have determined it is legitimate, as the caller rant matches up with what Judge recited in interviews for NPR. Jimmy Kimmel Live, and the making of King of the Hill. Today, it remains unknown how Ish obtained the recording. YouTuber ShortLad3487 provided a full transcript of the voicemail and came to the conclusion that Porky's Butthole never actually referred to Beavis and Butthead. Rather, the caller was aghast about the frequent airings of Looney Tunes, which at the time was being broadcasted on Nickelodeon from late night evenings to early mornings without respite. Aside from questioning why anyone would be interested in repeating the airing, he was also upset by the generous times given to the commercials, which caused the episode start times to be delayed for 5 minutes later than their advertised air dates. Hence, whether he wanted to watch a particular episode, he would end up constantly seeing Porky's Butthole. This ShortLads3487 theorized was referencing to Porky's famous "That's All Folks" ending, which contains a backdrop the caller was presumably describing as Butthole. Because of this, the caller made the FCC threat to force episodes to air at the correct time. Judge himself noted the call began with a mention of Looney Tunes. Perhaps most interesting of all, the caller was probably attempting to contact Nickelodeon instead of MTV, but was passed on to the latter because of the similarity between Butthole and Butthead. Hence, Boomhauer's voice may well be an example of the butterfly effect because had the complainer been more comprehensive, Judge would likely never obtain the voicemail. And then, of course, there's a couple videos, there's the Porky's Butthole voicemail, and then there's the Mike Judge discussing the voicemail on Jimmy Kimmel Live, and then there's the making of the King of the Hill, where Mike Judge goes into detail how the voicemail inspired Boomhauer's voice. This segment is 11 minutes and 54 seconds to 13 minutes and 4 seconds. And Boomhauer's rant in the pilot, which utilizes some of the voicemail transcript. And that is Lost Media Category 94, Porky's Butthole. Found voicemail to Mike Judge, mid-1990s. And if you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace, period.